Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today we're going to trial against our boss. What could go wrong? Hopefully we don't get fired. We're getting paid for this, right? Derek, you're paying us?
Just so you know, I'm not gonna take sides.
Message received, loud and clear.
Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team.
Sorry, Trucy. Wow, she's, really mad. I'm sorry too, little lady. This is my fault.
You're like, you're fucking right it is. I'm just worried things will never be the same between you, between Daddy and you. If they go through with this.
Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's the way it is with us men. Sometimes we may fight, sue each other, but we don't burn bridges. Yes, we do. What are you talking about? Do you know how many bridges I have doused in gasoline and accelerant and just fucking lit on fire? Are you insane?
Really?
Yeah, we don't need no water. Those motherfuckers burn. Sure, one minute we're trading blows, the next we're having drinks together. We're simple creatures at heart.
I sure hope you're right. I know Apollo's simple. Daddy too. Same late, Apollo.
Athena, you're here. Great. Now we're not gonna be able to tell who's talking. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday?
Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport. I was waiting there thinking his flight was really late, and before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, it was already dark.
I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best.
You're guilty as charged.
So then, I take it you have no idea what today's case is about.
Not a clue. Sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask? Another locked room mystery, a suspect with a flimsy alibi, ooh, or a dying message.
Nah, sorry, strike three, you're out. It's a civil case.
Oh shit, we do those? A civil case?
You act like I'm speaking Swahili here. Swahili? Really?
Alright.
That's just, like, I just was not expecting to hear, say Swahili, that's for fucking sure.
Just to write anything, and she specializes in criminal law, so I thought. In civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney.
Right, and the other attorney is someone you know very well.
Really? Who?
The trial's about to begin. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Okay, let's do this.
Apollo, wait, who's the other attorney? And where's Mr. Wright?
Oh, you'll see. No time to explain. Let's go.
Oh, okay, right behind you.
We're not even giving Athena a chance to, like, go to Phoenix's side. Fair enough. Two newbies are better than a veteran? To be fair, we've been doing this for a while. The judge is like, why am I here? Court is now in session. Oh, is this some sort of practice section? A mock trial, perhaps? No, it's not, Your Honor. It's the real deal, Your Honor. So then you two had a falling out. I won't have you using my courtroom for that, you know? It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Exactly, it's just so happens that we have different clients in this case. I see. Well, here's the hoping this has no adverse effect on your working relationship.
You can say that again. I know dear we are up against the boss today. You sure this is a good idea, Apollo?
What? Do you want to switch sides? Honestly, yeah. I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Well, at least she is here. I'm really gonna need her help. Mr. Justice. Yes? Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off. And come what may, they'll stay off. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. They're just gonna stare at each other? Does everyone in the gallery know us?
Yeesh! You guys are really chomping at the bits, aren't you?
I don't mind a good fight between coworkers. Usually in the mud, though. Just keep this civil case civil. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. Oh my god. Where's that gasoline I was talking about? Noble judge, members of the gallery, good day to you. I'm Polystician. This is but the start of my epic campaign. What do you mean the start of it? Haven't you been campaigning nonstop? And you all have the honor of witnessing it. I believe the youth of this country is our very future, says the really generic line. Too long have they been looked down upon and given the cold shoulder. So to them I say, ask not what you can do for your country, but what you can do for me. Mr. Sishin, what is this crazy contraption you're riding? It's my custom-made election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it? You're a witness. You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium. So come out of this instant. Huh. Doesn't have, like, legs. You got a name plaque? Alright, now, would the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Wright, please explain the complaint filed against the defendant? Well, you sound like you were in pain there, Chronos, for a second. Yeah. Want to talk about it? No. Nah, it did something to my fucking thigh or leg. I don't know. Maybe it's a fucking blood clot for all I know. But good lord, it is hurting. Or squirting? No, it's hurting just for, like, Advil, I think. Mr. Estishin's complaint against the defense is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Shamati, stole my client's family heirloom, the crystal of Amy Faye. Mr. Estishin merely seeks its return. That wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket. I see. Well, Mr. Justice, let's have your opening statement. Nuh-uh. Good opening statement. The defense asserts the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic to Khurane. Huh. Go on. It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined that it was the Khurane's national treasure known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from the treasure room in Khurane several weeks ago. Yes. It wasn't that other dude? No, he was just... Right. The thief was the guard. The other dude, Rock Hippie Jesus, whatever the hell he was the murderer. He didn't steal anything, though. He was just bad at his job. Right? Yes. Well, yes, I saw a news report about that. The theft of the Khurane's national treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited away out of Khurane by someone for Dr. Buff to study. You don't say. And... Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. He made contact with the doctor who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he learned that it had been stolen. It seems you have this very threatening transfer agreement between both parties. Mr. Smati also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Khurane, once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see, so this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Amy Faye. That, in turn, will determine the subject's rightful owner. Better bring my A game. Or B game, or C game. Honestly, if we just go at fucking Phoenix like all the prosecutors do, chances are we'll throw him off his game for a little bit, but since we have also evidence on our side, we might do alright. Going against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park. Could always turn the judge against him. Come to think of it, the name Dirk Shamati sounds awfully familiar, but I can't recall where I've heard it. Oh, it's probably your imagination. Or it's the prosecutor's dad. Your Honor, he's just a tourist after all. My imagination, you say? I haven't had one of those in years.
Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's the one in criminal Crane, isn't he?
In Crane, yes. Here, he's just a tourist. Unless he's an internationally wanted criminal, which I'm pretty sure he is. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Hi, Emma. Why'd we stay on your feet so long? Is it another one of the designer's fetishes? To be fair, they're covered up, but still. Emma?
Oh, show some manners. We're in court.
I know, it's just... I forgot your last name, though. This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I had to do some digging at, digging on Dr. Buff. What for?
You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective. I'm a forensic scientist. Do try to remember that, bitch. Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve.
First, I'm sorry. Second, I'm really just trying to do my job. Also, fuck him.
You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who's been there.
Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Detective Sky, your testimony, if you please. Doctor's dark secret. Oh god, did he go from his, like, in his search history?
Police had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study. Among them were priceless urns and a statue that were stolen from the Fae clan.
Oh. I don't know why I didn't even think they were stolen. I just thought they were being stored there. Even the urn, Chronos? Yeah. Okay, now that they say it out loud, yeah, okay, that's weird. Why would they put a fucking sacred urn there, right? The pot with the ashes.
Yeah, it seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. As for the relic at the center of this dispute,
it sounds like you had a kindred spirit, actually, Emma. You'll do anything for forensic science, including fingerprinting people that have nothing to do with anything, fingerprinting powder everywhere, so, you know, as same level of obsession, just different objects.
As for the relic at the center of the dispute, he likely stole it from the Estician residence.
Likely. My booty. Doctor is a thief? Why am I just hearing about this now?
Well, cat burglar isn't something we put on his resume. He was more careful than that. But the fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter.
Treasure hunter?
Huh. Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places? Risking life and limb for glory?
I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Out of respect for the dead, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he was the only one to borrow the artifacts to study them. He would then return them as soon as his research was finished.
According to the doctor's child, he would even repair and restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their history through artifacts. But whatever lofty ideals he had held, it makes no difference. Larceny is larceny.
Yes, he certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he does, actually. Since he's not selling them or trying to get rich out of it, he's definitely different from a regular thief. Don't get me wrong, he's still stealing, of course, but... yeah, I mean, no different from a regular thief who breaks in to steal TV, to sell to someone on the street corner to get fucking money for either anything or whatnot, or just going in to steal money for their own stuff. It is very different. Still a thief, for sure. So let's say the matter, say for a moment that the doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the founded orb of Crane and brought it back here himself? Nope, there's no record of him traveling overseas over the past few years. Plus, he couldn't very well leave his reclusive child at home all alone. I mean, he did so permanently. Then this really must be the Crystal of Abe Faye. Wow, you just fold so quick for whatever opposition we have. Yes, he stole it from the Estician's residence, probably so he could study it. This is a left hook I did not need.
You never saw that coming, Apollo.
Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid's gloves were off, he wasn't kidding. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Are they cross-examining civil cases? I would assume so, I guess.
Hold it!
Really, the only civil cases I can even think of in my head, and I know they're different, but like, I know there's TV show courtroom dramas like Judge Judy, or like, oh, there's one that my fucking mom watches every goddamn day, and it drives me insane. What the fuck? It's 3 judges. Whatever. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's like the new Judge Judy or something, but, I know when I hear civil case, I think of that for some reason. And that's just TV shows, so I don't know. How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police anyways?
Chalking up the good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, the police finally zeroed in on him, and the doctor became their prime suspect.
A number of those artifact thefts occurred in Korean Village too, I might add. And they started around the time the doctor moved there. But he was never arrested. I take it there was nothing concrete linking him to the crime?
No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place. Hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance.
Hold it! Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal?
They're not fakes, that's for sure. Take the urn, for example. Apparently, it's an extremely intricate work of art. Its design, cracks, and other features would be impossible to replicate perfectly.
Actually, I've had a few run-ins with that urn myself, so I was shocked to see it in there in the doctor's study. I can say without a doubt, that's the urn that was stolen from the Fake Clan. I see. Detective Sky, please continue. I mean, it does have ashes in it, right?
Hold it!
Not her ashes. She is dead. But she wasn't in the urn. Maybe. Were any other stolen artifacts found besides those that belong to the Fays?
Yes, for instance, this Digimon here. Remember the large relief on the wall? It was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the Kingdom of Korean several years ago.
Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it?
Oh, well, he did restore the parts that were so faded you could barely see them anymore. Seems he intended to return it someday, so he could say his intentions were good. But good intentions are no get-out-of-jail-free card, that's a fact.
I might add, with respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seems the doctor invested a lot of money in hiring extremely talented specialists.
He sounded like a good man who took a wrong turn somewhere.
Guess Sarge takes after him in that way.
Any further questions? If not...
2 more left.
Hold it!
Have these alleged thefts been going on for some time?
At least 5 years.
That's a long time.
As far as we can tell.
It's a long time to be having someone on surveillance who's constantly stealing shit.
All the recent thefts have been local, but before moving to Crane Village, he had been stealing from ruins around the world.
Dr. Buff was an international criminal.
Data lends itself to what one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief.
Maybe he just really wanted to be Indiana Jones.
Hold it!
You claim he stole a family emblem from the Astishan residence, but claiming something doesn't make it true. Unless you're really stubborn and a liar.
Unfortunately, it is true.
How can you be so sure?
Police report was filed concerning the theft. 1 year ago, in fact.
What? A whole year ago?
August 25th of last year, to be exact. The report states, and I quote, Crystal of Aimfei was discovered to be missing. From the Astishan storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked. Signed, Politician
Wimperson? Well, a year-old report certainly lends to the plaintiff's claim credence. The doctor really could have stolen the crystal of Amy Faye. Your last name's Wimperson? Not only that, Your Honor, but the Founder's Orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That is nearly a year after the crystal's theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items.
Uh-huh. Police Station Wimperson? What not the most awe-inspiring tail end, is it? I see why he cut it.
Not that he inspires confidence without it. Still, I'm probably do the same in his shoes. Robbery report.
A police report was filed about the crystal's theft a year ago. But the theft of the Founder's Orb was only reported a few weeks ago, so the crystal's police report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the crystal of Amy Faye, as Mr. Assistant Wimperson asserts. Huh. I doubt the police report is fake. After all, Emma is the one who submitted it as evidence.
Still, I feel like something we learned in that police report is important somehow. Okay. Hi, Emma. Crystal discovered, warehouse, locked it and picked. Oh. Politician Wimperson 7-Eleven. You own a 7-Eleven? Amazing. Wait. Oh, no. Okay. Maybe? Is that a Target app you have on there? Also, the windmill pinwheel thing there. That looks really familiar. Okay. So, he sent the email. Didn't read anything. Alright, so, let's see. That might be something we have to talk about later. The PAW711 at nmail.com. I mean, let's see. If I present the email here, we're pretty much confirming that it's the crystal of Amy Faye, which I don't want to do. Also could be wrong, hashtag. But sure, let's try it.
Objection!
Yeah. The doctor stole the relic from the plaintiff. Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence.
What do you mean?
Take a look at this.
Well, what about it? The thumb drive.
This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Email? Is that in that little piece of plastic? I'm afraid I don't believe you, Apollo, and I'm gonna hold you in contempt. Oh, this stick here can store all sorts of computer data. I still don't get it. What is a computer? Here, just look at this. Apparently, the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. Now, take a look at this. The police report Detective Sky presented in this court. You can see the plaintiff's legal name here. Politician Wimperson. I can see why he dropped the Wimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. Ah! His initials! Right, the plaintiff's full legal name is Paul Station Wimperson. Now, considering that, like this and like that, like this, and the email's recipient address starts with 3 letters. PAW. P-A-W.
Ah! Don't tell me.
But I will anyways. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item is none other than Paul Station Wimperson.
Wait, then that means...
Exactly. He wouldn't have asked the man who stole his fairly emblem to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the crystal of Amy Faye? Oh, okay. Sure. Right. I guess. I kind of assumed we were going to go in the opposite direction there, but sure.
We never checked the doctor's emails. What about his emails? We couldn't even figure out the password to his computer.
Did you try 1, 2, 3, 4? 5 even? The plaintiff willingly dropped the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it, at the behest of his benefactor.
Wait, then what about the police report? I have all the details on the theft right here.
It's probably for another relic, the real crystal of Amy Faye. He's just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually his stolen crystal. Sorry, his objection actually threw me off. And how can we be certain that Pa refers to my client's initials? Maybe the email recipient was a dog lover. Have you been online? Perhaps. So let's get to know your client a little bit better, shall we? Mr. Paul Station Wimperson.
I walked. I suppose shutting down detractors is all part of the politician's job.
Answer me this, Mr. Station Wimperson. What is... Oh, your birthday. 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven, probably. What is your birthday? My birthday? It's July 11th. What's it to you? Oh, I see you can address birthday gifts to my office. But full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000 or more. God, I wish I could do that. So I'm not sure if the stunned silence is his birthday or the fact that he's a fucking asshole. So I don't know. What? Why has everyone gone silent? How can anyone be that self-centered? Oh, right, politician. Did everyone hear that? He said July 11th. July 11th or 7-Eleven. Makes the numbers in, matches the numbers in the email address. Both the name and the birthday are a match. I hardly think that's coincidence. Wait. Why, you sneaky little... Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Would the plaintiff care to explain?
I would like to say that is quite...
Quite what?
Quite a thing you've said.
Any other thoughts?
No further comments. I stand by my previous statement. Goodbye.
Hold it!
Starts running. You can't just walk away. Even politicians have to explain themselves in a court of law.
I'm afraid I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside of my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on the part of my secretary.
Oh, no, you don't, you slippery ale. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? I won't argue your assertion. My client lent the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. It seems that much is a fact. Now we're getting somewhere. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. How so? Mr. Station, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would have been very upset if they had found out. It's a family heirloom after all. You gotta be kidding me.
Mr. Wright is, well, right, of course. But then, he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. And his name is Mr. Wright. The crystal is a precious Astitian heirloom, and it has been for centuries. But Dr. Buff was so eager to study its proud heritage, I couldn't say no. You could have. I didn't even tell my grandfather.
Objection!
But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you were going to give what you claim to be the crystal of Amy Faye to that person. You were going to give a precious family heirloom away, just like that?
I was going to explain everything to grandfather later on, honest.
My client's grandfather is very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps. And if he refuses him if refusing him would have meant dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt the kindly old man could have said no. He probably could have. Well, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for. Your Honor, please. I mean, it's been in the family for centuries. My grandfather thinks highly of my talents as a politician. I fucking doubt that. Because, like, you don't have any talents. Everyone hates you. And I'm not even just talking because you're a politician. It's just they don't like you. You're fucking weird. And a loser, Chronos. That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard here. Placard today. What? The thing you bought at the fucking dollar store? How does this shit? Is it your brother? Or is that your grandfather? It's probably your grandfather. Do we have him on the record? No. So I'm sure he would have been okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit. Grandpa's spoiled little brat. I think the Jed is buying it, Paulo. He buys everything, though. No surprise there, he's an idiot. He's always going on about his own children, after all. Oh, there's no way he procreated.
Excuse me, can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done.
Oh, by all means, Detective. Thank you for your assistance.
You're welcome. It's nice to testify as a civil trial once in a while. See you around.
Oh my god! Did you just see her vanish in the thin air? It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Station Wimperson apparently lent his fairly emblem to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? I don't know, with a flamethrower? Alright, now what?
Paulo, let's hear what they know about the so-called Crystal of Amy Faye. Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in their statements.
Right. Do we know anything about the Crystal of Amy Faye? If it's been in the family for how many years, there's probably a picture, right? Okay then, Mr. Wright, if the item in question really is the esthetician's family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Esthetician Wimperson, please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin. All right, now then, listen and learn. This is the tale of the Crystal of Amy Faye and the illustrious history of the esthetician. God, I can't fucking keep up with that name for some reason. I think it's because it's going from esthetician and Wimperson to just esthetician, and my brain is like, slow down. Are you ready? Our story begins back in the old country when the esthetician family reigned supreme. And we married our own cousins. Like, you didn't need to tell us that part. But how do you think I got like this? My ancestors were praised as benevolent rulers. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then. I'm pretty sure there's still a minority, dude. There's what? How many? There's okay, we don't know how many there actually are in the Korean village, right? We know Maya and Faye are. Okay, yeah, Maya and Faye. Maya and Pearl are. There could be others there. And then there's the royal family. It doesn't matter. From the rest of the locals. Some discrimination against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Amy Faye gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I'm a descendant of the Great Lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history. Well, that devolved into a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fest. As you can see, my client's an idiot. The Crystal of Amy Faye is an heirloom of the esteemed house of Esthetician, and you have proof that it has always been in the Esthetician family. I have someone who gave a statement to the effect. My client's neighbor, or Ives Nato, age 85, gave the following statement. Where am I? Are you my son? That's dark, Chronos, I know. The Esthetician family showed me the crystal back when I was but alive.
Objection!
Can you truly trust the memory of some fucking old man? Mr. Justice, that's ageist. Would you care to explain that statement to the judge? I didn't mean... What I'm trying to say is... Never underestimate the power of your elders, a memory of your elders. I may forget my verdicts the next day, but the memories of my past are clear as day. Fucking actually kind of relatable. Therefore, I find Mr. Ivis Seneto Idu statement to be perfectly credible. You bitch.
Well, do you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve.
You're not helping, Athena. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice. The pin thing, we've seen that around too, haven't we? Was that on the noodle stand?
Hold it!
The object you sat there, is it something of importance to you?
It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Estician. He had it custom made during his distinguished political career. It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic.
I wasn't aware that Italians were famous for their fine plastics. And my phone. Are we gonna look up Italian plastic? Yes. Because why not, right? Italian plastics. That's a song by Crowded House, not Chowdered House. I kind of wish it was Chowder House. That'd be fucking hilarious. The Italian plastic is nice, though. Some Reddit thing for disc golf. You know, I'm not seeing anything really. Are they famous? Or I don't know. Why do many Italians in the USA cover their furniture with plastic? What? What do you mean? Alright. I don't think that's an Italian thing, but sure. Yeah. You can touch it if you like.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Very well. If you'll continue with my testimony, I'll just continue.
My ancestors were praised as benevolent rulers, but he was also eminent politician.
God, you have a lot of points of nothing.
So I take it the relationship with the fake clan was a close run.
One, not run.
A smooth and open line of communication was with my entire electorate.
What? Electorate? What do you mean?
That is the politician way.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor.
Whether it was about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you'd like. Transparency is in government. That's the politician way.
More like dodging questions, that's the politician way. And the politician way. Thanks, I'll be sure to ask when I have something you'll actually answer.
As I was saying, the Estician family protected the Fey spirit mediums back then.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to burn them as witches, right? They've been burned for less.
Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination. Yes, some people even treated them like they were monsters. The transformation of mediums underwent when channeling spirits frightened the locals.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
And then there was those who tried to use them.
You mean they sought to control the channeling powers of the mediums?
Discrimination against a minority is absolutely despicable. Agreed. A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination. I vow to root it out wherever I may be. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate.
Oh, useless? Yeah, and he's only cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, could we please get back to your testimony?
Fine.
As you wish. Now then, as for the crystal of Amy Faye. So what, she passed the stone or something? That would fucking suck. My God.
Hold it!
That would kill her. That would kill anyone. That would kill an elfin, probably. My God. Fucking kidney stone that size? You said she had it made, so then it was made in Japan.
That's right. They say she hired a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable, too.
And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom and just give it to your patron?
That's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about. That's scamming the peasantry.
But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean?
The crystal is a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. And furthermore...
Hold it!
So tell me, Mr. Estician Wimperson, are you famous in Korean Village?
You could say that, but I find my popularity to be rather bemusing.
Bemusing?
Yes, my campaign posters keep going missing as soon as I put them up. My avid supporters and female fans are likely taking them home to hang in their bedroom. Or using them as fire starter.
I guess ignorance really is bliss.
All this only proves my fine lineage.
I wish I was this delusional. Really, Chronos? Yeah, I feel like life would be just easier, right? If you were this fucking self-centered and just insanely delusional. I mean, it would be worse for everyone else around me, for sure, right? Being a huge prick like this. But my god, I feel like life would just be super easy. At least when it comes to just existing.
Hold it!
And actually getting things done, that would probably suck. I'm sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the Relic's rightful owner?
Have you never heard of a kingcraft?
Kingcraft?
See, how to ruling as a king. My father drilled it in my head from a young age. And one of its precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler who responds to every single issue posed by the masses.
Well, that answered my question about what he meant by king of this nation, progress.
Hello, who is this Amy Faye anyways?
I believe she was the founder of the Korean channeling technique.
The plaintiff May claims she had the orb, she had the crystal made for its ancestor. That mean it was made in Japan, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Okay, so we have something else that sedates otherwise. Okay, 1 second. Oh, you have the thing. Okay. So where is that? I made as a gift. So we just need to, I'm assuming we need to present the notes, right? Yes. We'll do that next time though. Thanks for watching. Bye.